Hey guys, welcome to the Family Fudge and welcome to Bunches of Lunches Kids Takeover Edition. To celebrate going back to school next week, I thought it would be really fun to do a little lunch challenge with the kids. For this challenge, we're heading to Aldi, and while we're there, each kid is going to pick out everything they want in their own lunch. When we get back home, I'm going to make all of the lunches, and then you guys get to vote on who picked the best lunch. Okay guys, so while the kids were picking out their lunch items, I did tell them the rules. Yes, they could pick whatever they wanted for their lunches, but within reason. I told them that each lunch must have at least one fruit, one vegetable. I told them they could also pick one side. It also must contain a main course, a treat, and a drink. So we're back home now and I'm ready to throw these lunches together. But to decide which lunch I'm making first, we have to spin the wheel.
For my main course, I chose a chicken Caesar salad.
Now, surprisingly, this chicken Caesar salad is pretty large, especially for kids. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I think I'm going to be able to fit about half of this onto Mackenzie's lunch tray, and I'm going to try to make this look as appetizing as possible.
For my fruit, I chose an apple.
Now, this is a big old apple, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this into slices using my crinkle cutter. Now, if I was sending this lunch to school, I would probably soak these apple slices in a little bit of lemon water just so that they wouldn't turn brown, but since she's eating these right away, I'm not going to worry about it.
For my vegetable, I chose a cucumber.
Since I have my crinkle cutter out, I'm going to go ahead and crinkle cut these two. Then I'm going to add them to this section of the lunch tray, which has just enough room for some ranch dip as well.
For my snack, I chose hummus and pretzels.
Now, I'm not sure Mackenzie realized that this was roasted red pepper hummus, so hopefully she'll like it. Usually she just gets plain hummus. And then right here on the side, I'm also adding the pretzel thins, perfect for dipping.
For my treat, I chose fruit snacks. For my drink, I chose some sparkling water. I think my lunch is the best. If you think so too, put a rose emoji in the comments down below.
For my main course, I picked Easy Mac.
Now, as far as microwavable mac and cheese goes, we have already tried the Annie's version and the Kraft version, so it'll be interesting to see if the Aldi version is any good. The instructions are identical to Easy Mac. You just take out the little packet, add in the water, give it a stir, and pop it in the microwave. Once out of the microwave, be careful because it's going to be super hot, and then you have to stir in the cheese packet. Now, this is super hot, so I'm going to go ahead and set it aside and then move on to the fruit.
For my fruit, I picked strawberries.
For the strawberries, I'm just going to cut them into heart shapes.
For my vegetable, I picked carrots.
Now the packaging says baby carrots, but you guys, these are massive baby carrots. So to make these a little bit easier for Griffin to eat, I'm going to go ahead and cut them into smaller pieces. Now I can add them to the lunch tray with a little bit of ranch on the side.
For my snack, I picked cheddar turtles. I'm really good at doing this.
No, honestly, these are very much like goldfish crackers. They're a little less cheesy if you ask me, but they are really cute.
For my treat, I picked cookies.
Now, I totally remember having these Oreo knockoff cookies when I was a kid, and even though they are tasty, they don't really taste exactly like an Oreo.
I choose apple juice for my drink. Wow! If you think my lunch is the best, leave a cheese emoji in the comments below. For my main course, I picked pizza grilled cheese.
Now, to make Lily's pizza grilled cheese, I'm just starting with 2 pieces of sandwich bread. Then to this, I'm going to brush on just a little bit of pizza sauce. Now, I say a little bit because if I overdo this, I know it's going to make the sandwich soggy.
For my fruit, I picked kiwi.
Now, you guys, would you check out how big these kiwis are? They are massive. Now, technically, this is a different variety of kiwi than I normally buy. The skin on the outside is much thinner, and it's not all fuzzy like a regular kiwi.
For my vegetable, I picked cucumber.
For Lily's cucumber, I'm going to go ahead and cut these into little cucumber sticks. And I'm not gonna forget the ranch.
For my snack, I picked cheese and edamame.
Now, you don't have to do this part, but I am gonna go ahead and cut the cheese with some scissors just so that it looks a little bit cuter on the plate. I'm going to add the edamame right next to the cheese.
For my treat, I picked Gushers.
You guys, if you've never tried Gushers before, they're a little bit different than your regular fruit snack because they have a sticky liquid filling.
For my drink, I picked watermelon juice box. If you think my lunch is the best, leave a unicorn emoji in the comments.
Okay guys, now that brings me to Jackson's lunch.
For my main course, I picked peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich. For my fruit, I picked orange.
Now, since these little oranges are pretty small, I'm going to add in 2 of them. And to make them look extra fun, I'm going to add in just a few little eye picks.
For my vegetable, I picked cherry tomatoes.
For the tomatoes, I'm going to be adding them onto a few skewers as well.
For my snack, I picked white cheddar corn puffs. For my treat, I picked a strawberry Jell-O cup.
Now, I would love to know in the comments down below if you are a fan of Jell-O. What is your favorite Jell-O flavor? Personally, I am a big fan of lime Jell-O.
And for my drink, I picked berry probiotic water.
And you guys, this probiotic drink is actually kind of interactive. You take off the little sticker on top, and then you have to push really hard on the lid, and that releases the powder on the inside. Then you have to shake it up really well.
If you think my lunch is the best, leave a yellow star emoji in the comments.
Okay guys, now this was a super fun lunch challenge today. I hope it gave you lots of fun lunch ideas that you can use for yourself. Please don't forget to vote down below for who you think came up with the best lunch idea. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.